Here are my top 5 defensive tips for beginners. First, we're going to look at run fits. We're going to go over cover 3, cover 2, and cover 4, as those are the primary coverages that are ran in online play. Cover 3 is a nice mixture of 2 and 4, as it plays the inside run and the outside run with the slot, safety, and corner. It also stacks the box, which also helps against the run as well. Looking at cover 2, the outside corners also now get involved in the run fits. Coming out in some sort of cover 2 variation is good against the outside runs. Looking at cover 4, this is a nice run against the inside, any sort of inside variation run, as it does get the safeties involved. If you bring these guys down, they play the run that much better. This is a great defense to run to stuff the run. Moving on to number 2 is going to be base aligning your defense. This is going to hide your defense and make every single coverage that you run look exactly the same. That way it's going to keep your opponent on his toes. He's never going to run. He's never going to realize what zone, what man, or what coverage you're running, and it's going to keep him guessing as far as when he makes his adjustments or routes. You can automatically do this pre-snap by going to coach's adjustments, going to auto align, and switching it to base. This brings me to the number 3, the zone drops. Now you can change your flats, your curl flats, and your hooks. The hooks are going to be the yellow zones, typically in the middle of the field. Curl flats are going to be the dark purple zones that are typically in cover 3. And the flats are going to be the lighter blue zones that are typically in cover 2. You can manually set how far you want these to drop. Now be aware, if you do press, they're not going to get back in near as far, as they don't bail out like a typical deep zone. So if you're trying to stop a deep corner that's being run by your opponent, I would place your light blue flats, which is your flats, in a 30-yard zone, baseline, and this would ensure that your outside corner is going to play that corner route the best way possible. The lowest you can set these is to 0. This is going to essentially crash that individual player that is in that zone set to 0, and it's going to go right to the line of scrimmage at the hike of the ball. Moving on to number 4, looking at this set, if my opponent were to run the ball, there's really only one way he can go unless he hits me with the counter. So what I'm going to do is, typically I like to slant my D-line to the way that the ball is going to be run. How you do this is you hit left on the D-pad and right, or you hit left on the right thumbstick, which is slant your D-line to the left. Now, if I show my play out, you can see that all my D-line are slanting to the left, which would be towards the side of the run. Although this doesn't guarantee that you will stop the run, it does greatly impact the chances, as you have more players running to where the ball is going to. My 5th and final tip is blitzing off the edge. Blitzing off the edge has been meta in every single Madden I think I've ever played or ever seen with my optical lenses. Now, if you don't come out or have an audible for a defaulted edge blitz off your corner slot, you can do this manually yourself out of any coverage that you come out in. The best way to set this up is to press Y, hit down on the left stick. That would press all of your defense. Now everybody's closer to the line. This is going to ensure that not only does he get in there faster, but it also gives the chance for him to come in untouched for a quick sack. Now in this case, I'm going to be looking to blitz my nickel corner, which would be Lewis right here in the slot. How I would do that is I'd hit Y. I'd hit Y again to quick adjust. This is going to bring up the buttons for all your corners. I'm going to hit Y to select that nickel slot that we just talked about. And then I'm going to hit blitz, which would be down on the right stick. Now, if I show my play art, he's going to be blitzing. Now, the last step you need to do to ensure that he comes in untouched is going to be containing your D-line. How you do this is you hit the right bumper. It's going to bring up the menu, and then you're going to hit right bumper again to QB contain. Now, if I show my play art, we've got our DNs containing, and especially if your opponent is not expecting it and he does not ID the mic as that slot corner, this guy's going to come in clean, ensuring a quick sack to help you get off the field. Thank you. Like and subscribe for more.